As nations push for a greener future, the race to lead the electric vehicle industry is intensifying. But China isn't just competing, it's setting the pace. China's electric vehicle exports surpassed 2 million units for the first time last year. So where do the advantages of China's new energy vehicles come from? From government policies to technological innovations, our correspondent Jane Kopistik visited southern China to check out the main drivers of China's EV dominance.
In cities across China, thousands of cars display distinctive green number plates showing they are electric. In Guangzhou, it's 1 in 5. Government policy has been key to creating the right conditions for new energy vehicles to flourish. Its industrial strategy, announced a decade ago, laid out plans for China to become a world leader in high-tech manufacturing, with electric vehicles one of its top priorities.
Government policy definitely plays a big part. If I remember correctly, China is the only country in the world that has all the industrial categories by United Nations. So everything from raw material procurement to after sales, you can just have everything in China. Then we don't have to rely on any other country.
You can see how it all comes together at Guangzhou-based car manufacturer GAC, which launched the Ion electric car brand in 2017. The GAC Intelligent Networking New Energy Industry Park includes facilities for battery research and production, joint ventures with battery and electric drive systems companies, and even a battery recycling center. The car factory produces zero carbon emissions and is partly powered by 85,000 square meters of solar panels.
The assembly line here is designed to be a benchmark for sustainability and smart manufacturing in the new electric vehicle industry. It has a fully automated production line that's capable of producing up to 1,200 cars per day.
The complex is a lighthouse factory, recognized by the World Economic Forum for its cutting-edge design and focus on new energy technologies. The model is something GAC Ion hopes to export to the world.
We have already laid out sales networks in more than 20 countries and regions around the world. This year, in addition to the launch of the first model in Europe, we also plan to determine the location of the first factory in Europe.
The race for the future of mobility isn't just about going electric, it's about going autonomous and smarter. With 8.4 million EVs sold in 2023, China's drones have become the world's largest artificial intelligence lab.
I've got to admit, I'm feeling a little nervous riding in a driverless taxi for the very first time. But it is reassuring to know that the service provider WeRide has been operating for years without a single major accident. I spoke earlier to the company's marketing director, Dave Zhang. It's a pleasure to have you.
Welcome to our Robobus.
Thank you so much.
Please have a seat.
Zhang says innovation is vital to our company's long-term ambitions.
More than 90% of our employees are engineers. So you can see we are really, like you mentioned, tech-centric.
Driverless cars have to navigate complex city roads. Contrary to what most people think, these self-driving vehicles are making commutes safer with the power of artificial intelligence.
Deep learning technology is one kind of artificial intelligence. So we will use these deep learning algorithms to train our perception and computer vision algorithms and to imitate the real case. Even for this kind of jumping cat or dog in front of the vehicles, our Robobus can safely navigate so the passengers can enjoy their ride.
Zhang calls new quality productive forces a key driver of the economy that can also empower WeRide's business partners.
It is a benefit for our upstream and downstream partners. For example, as we develop our business, our vendors such as camera providers, LiDAR providers, car manufacturers, they can also scale up their business.
WeRide is also deploying self-driving road sweepers in Beijing, another key part of its mission to transform urban living.
Can you imagine that maybe one day after 6 p.m. on a Friday night in Beijing, you will never have traffic jam? That would be so amazing, right?
Over at Apollo Go, another driverless ride-hailing service launched by internet giant Baidu, technological innovations are highly valued, shown by these 6 generations of autonomous vehicles. Their collaboration with car makers has shifted from international brands to domestically produced new energy vehicles.
As a typical example of smart, connected, and shared transportation, Apollo Go has been consistently promoting the development of the new energy vehicle industry. You can see that all the vehicle models used by us are NEVs.
Wu believes new quality productive forces such as autonomous driving are going to reshape the auto industry, facilitating upgrades and progress conducive to further industrial growth.
Autonomous driving will change the structure of the industrial chain of the automotive industry and the market, giving a bigger push to the entire sector.
Driverless ride-hailing service providers like Apollo Go certainly seem poised to energize the automotive industry with its push towards smarter and safer transportation. I hitched another driverless ride, my second in the day. By now, my first-time jitters had dissipated and I felt much more secure. Baidu has logged over 100 million kilometers in autonomous driving tests without a single major accident resulting in severe injuries. By the end of October this year, Apollo Go had registered over 8 million orders for driverless ride-hailing services. Besides the safety aspect, there is a host of music options at your fingertips. And for non-Chinese speakers, English instructions are also available on the service screen.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened during the trip.
At the end of the day, innovative technologies serve to make people's lives easier and better. And that's exactly why China endeavors to deliver high-quality development using new quality productive forces. 中时 CGTN, Beijing.
Yet hurdles loom. In May last year, the United States increased tariffs on Chinese EVs to 100%, calling them a national security risk. Meanwhile, the European Union followed with provisional duties up to 38%, accusing Beijing of unfair subsidies. Turkey, India, and Brazil are also weighing tariffs. However, these measures haven't stopped Chinese car makers from selling their products and expanding their investments abroad, as our correspondent Kim Brown finds out in Dublin.
The XPeng G6 Coupe, an electric SUV that can accelerate from 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds and reaches 570 kilometers on a single charge. Packed with AI tech taking us closer to autonomous driving, it's now available in Ireland at this shiny new showroom in Dublin.
We've actually called for more stock. So 1 week opens, the weekend we sold 12 XPengs, and now we've more cars on order and they're on their way from China as we speak. So it's really good times for XPeng in Ireland.
XPeng might only be 10 years old, but this Chinese disruptor is a small car maker with big ambitions, plans to roll out sales in over 60 countries. And this model, the XPeng G6 Coupe, is a direct rival for the Tesla Model Y. The Model Y was the best-selling car on the planet in 2023, a first for an electric car, and stayed a bestseller in 2024 too. Now, XPeng is trying to compete on better tech as standard features like the AI-powered autonomous driving capabilities and a price tag that's around $10,000 lighter. The company's investment in Ireland is also a clear sign that EU EV tariffs are not stopping the Chinese electric car rollout.
Not really. The tariffs, people are just looking, is it good value? Is the vehicle itself, has the range, has the size, can I fit the kids in it, can the dog fit in the boot? Now it's CPUs this and AI that and voice assistant, and the Chinese cars just have it all, and the European manufacturers are kind of playing catch up to all of that kind of what consumers are actually looking for. Tariffs are driving more innovation, but also I think the Chinese manufacturers have optimized real lean manufacturing, and they could probably, taking that tariff in, the ability to soak that in and still have a competitively priced vehicle that European customers and Irish customers are happy to pay for.
Worldwide, some 20 million electric and plug-in hybrids are expected to shift this year. Chinese innovators and disruptors like XPeng are still very much part of that conversation. Ken Brown, CGTN, Dublin.
The race to becoming a leader in future mobility is reshaping global trade, and the road ahead is anything but smooth. One thing is certain, for China, maintaining its lead will require navigating both political friction and the relentless demands of innovation.